During the month of February, I've been posting heroes and heroines that I have celebrated throughout the month of February. Those unsung heroes who are not necessarily in the national spotlight. I hope you've been celebrating with me. I have been seeing some of your posts. But here are all of those that I have spotlighted through the entire month in one view. Meet the late Annie Mae Whitney. She was born in Rutherford County, later moved to Columbia, finally Nashville, Tennessee. She birthed 6 children. Like many African-American matriarchs in the 20s, she faced the challenges of racism. She was not on the front lines of the civil rights movement, but she excelled in her assignment to raise her children to live for Christ by being active and intentional servant leader. I am part of her prayers. I am the result of her dreams. She was my grandmother, Annie Mae Whitney. My grandmother raised 3 girls: Aunt Pearl, Mother Pearl Davis, as she's known among the churches, a praying woman, my mom, Miss Carrie, and if you look back at the group picture, you'll see that Aunt Ada Jordan is there on the far right. Aunt Pearl was well known among the churches. My mom, you hear about Miss Carrie all the time, and Aunt Ada has 5 girls. She worked at Meharry as a nurse's technician, a very petite lady. I always wanted to be petite just like her. These are my family members, my unsung heroes and heroines. Medicine was not as advanced in yesteryears in the 20s as it is today, so my grandmother experienced the death of a son early in life. But she had twin boys, Uncle Herbert and Uncle Houston Whitney. Uncle Herbert was no nonsense, and that's who you call when you had some trouble with his booming voice. Uncle Houston was a minister, a dry cleaner. He worked in the dry cleaners. He fixed televisions, and he sang with many quartets, the Israelite Travelers, the Olive Branch Singers, and ultimately the Fireside Singers. If you click the link on one of my posts, you will be able to hear the Fireside Singers with my uncle singing with them. Here's another unsung heroine, Carrie Pillow. You know her as Miss Carrie on Facebook. She raised 4 children, 3 girls and 1 boy, and you know who the angel was. Mother is the ideal mother in that she not only cared about the well-being of her children, but those of others. She started out doing domestic work, but worked to become a licensed practical nurse and move her family out of public housing into a house that she purchased. Mother became a nurse at Meharry Hubbard Hospital, and then she went on to become a nurse with Dr. Philip Capel. When he graduated, he called for her to be his nurse in his private practice. Mother garnered the Lamplighter Award, which is significant to Florence Nightingale, who held up a lamplight. She nurtured other nurses. Mother is the ideal mother, an unsung heroine. Continue to celebrate Black History Month. Keep hope alive. Never forget to celebrate the culture, the African American culture. God bless.